Astrology friends, these are your June 2023 video horoscopes with me, Lada from AstroladaOfficial. And June we have a very monumental event, Jupiter conjunct the North Node. That's a manifestation of wishes combination. I mentioned it in some videos that this combination was when the king would gather its priests to pray to the gods, because they believe that when Jupiter is with the North Node, the prayers of humanities are heard and reach God more. So now it's time to dream big or to pray more because some wishes will come true. And there's some other important events that I'll talk about. But first I want to tell you that me and Trifon are doing a course on June the 10th and the 11th on the 100 fixed stars, most important according to ancient sources, how they play out in the natal chart, what it means to you. You can read the horoscope just using fixed stars, nothing else. That's how I read most horoscopes. And I'm starting a new big offer throughout the whole summer, every 3 weeks. Anyone who wants to learn astrology, I'll be recommending a few courses, foundational and more advanced, about a certain topic that are the essential courses, because we have more than 300 astrology courses. So I'll be recommending which are the best for certain topics, and every month I'll do a live Q&A with everyone who takes those courses. You can ask me, we can do more than one Q&A, so you can learn astrology with me, and there'll be big discount on the bundles of those courses on different topics. We start with astrology of relationships. Check it out. I'll put a link below. You can check on my website. There will be updated courses every 3 weeks, and then the discount disappears. But I will be throughout you the whole summer with every new person that joins for any questions on this process of learning with me, because we have incredible courses from incredible astrologers, and mine, of course, always will be present there. Thank you. Let's start. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, June 2023. Leo, the month starts with Jupiter conjunct the North Node, which is a rare conjunction. It happens once every 7 years, and it's happening in a very important place in your horoscope, in the 10th house. Actually, almost the whole month is under its influence because the planets move slowly. So both planets are considered very auspicious, the North Node and Jupiter, in Western astrology. They manifest materially. And the 10th house is connected to your career, to your actions. So you might find yourself much more ambitious than other times this May and especially this June. You might find yourself getting inspired with new ideas about your career or new directions, or manifesting something with your career, some reward or some recognition, some promotion, some of you expanding, if you have your own business, expanding your authority in some way. Also, you might receive some beneficial support from authority figures, institutions, or powerful people in power, because Jupiter is anyone who has esteemed positions in society, anyone who has who can also be benevolent towards you, but they are in power, they're visible figures. And Rahu can expand those even more, can help you make a path towards more visible positions, for example. The 10th house is also your actions overall, so you can feel more activated to achieve things, to get things going. But definitely for some of you it will be some very big opening in regards to your career, in regards to your reputation, in regards to your status, social status, and because both Rahu and Jupiter can rise you up fast, it can be in regards something to do with your social status, with your career. So you can go big there in those areas. So that's almost for the whole month, this influence. And after that, Jupiter will stay a whole year in your 10th house. So you can have a lot of achievements, recognitions as well. You can have over the next 12 months, you can receive a career that you've always dreamt of, for the next position or promotion, or expand business or anything like that. So or some benevolent figure, like a father figure or boss figure, can help you as well. Someone with more experience in some way can help you reach towards your higher potential. But definitely a lot of your high potential, this conjunction can start unfolding it and materializing it in the physical world. Then the next big thing on the 6th is that Venus is entering your sign. Wow, what a blessing, because Venus, one of the smaller benefic, will be in your sign for 4 months. Usually Venus whizzes through our sign very quickly for about a month, but this time it's staying here 4 months. Actually, last time this happened was 2014. Yes, in the summer of 2014. But it's like a very long-lasting protection on you, because Venus, whenever Venus is in someone's signs, this person is protected, and Leos will be very protected for the next 3-4 months, to October basically. And Venus usually is like a lubricant, like it makes things easy, and it makes your personality, because if you're Leo rising, Sun or Moon, it's also your personality, makes you more agreeable, likable. But first, Mars will transit all of Leo. Venus is following it after. So Mars first can make you a bit more edgy, passionate, excitable. Leo, actually Mars is a good planet for Leo because it rules good houses. So already you have a planet, Mars, the whole month of June and towards the middle of July. Mars, which rules 2 good houses, the 4th house and the 9th house in your sign, which is benevolent for you. And the 4th house is anything to do with family. The 9th house is fortune. The 9th house is travels that can also happen for you. But after that, even if there's some rough edges, because Mars is still a bit stressful energy, it's Venus is following. So you're going to become, first of all, more agreeable going into the summer. You're going to become more attractive physically as well, because Venus, when it stays so long in your sign, always blesses you with its gracefulness, and you can become more charismatic, that you attract others, that you attract that good things, not only others but other Venusian good things can come to you. And by the way, Venus rules your 10th house of career, so we have here a bit of a double influence. Jupiter will be helping your career for the whole year ahead, and the ruler of your career comes for 4 months, and it's a benefic planet, Venus, in your 1st house, which is you. So something big again in regards to your motivation, direction in life, which is the 10th house, becoming more active and things happening more easy for you, especially with your goals, with your worldly plans, with your career. And again, possibly some kind of a authority figure or someone with experience helping you in some way, or you coming into your authority, you growing into your experience. You see, this whole year has a lot of themes around that. But Venus in the 1st house can be great time, starting already after June the 6th, for any procedures to do with beauty, for any actually healing of the body happens faster when Venus is in your sign. Whatever happens to your body, Venus protects it. You recover faster. Venus is the planet of regeneration, of tissues, of looking healthier, younger, making healthier choices in life as well, because Venus is the planet that makes choices, and Venus is naturally attuned to what is natural and healthy to us. So hopefully a lot of you over those 4 months will have like big improvement in that direction. As well, Venus is love. We all know Venus is love, so love can play a big role for some Leos, falling in love or feeling more lovable than other times, having more stronger connection with their partner starting from June already. When it goes retrograde, there will be a bit different energy, but we'll speak about that in the July videos. But for now, the good side of Venus, the very pleasant, the very sensual side of Venus. Appearance becomes important. You more easily attract others, associates or supporters. You can have improved relationships with others. Of course, don't forget, some of you will be having Mars transiting over the Sun, Moon or Ascendant, so there can be some period of stress, but then Venus will smooth those things over when she comes. All right, and that can be a good time during this next 4 months with Venus in your sign, not only for career and anything to do with your goals and ambition and worldly ambitions, but also with third house things, because Venus rules the third house. So if any short travels, anything to do with internet, with media, anything to do with training, anything to do with learning something new that will go smoothly and enjoyably, new interests and hobbies. And third house is also a social house, so your communications can improve. It can give you a little bit of the silver tongue energy. It can make you more agreeable with communications, more easy to express yourself. You might be working on some third house projects with Venus that go smoothly and beautifully. Somehow on the aesthetic side as well. It might be websites, it might be online businesses, it might be marketing strategies. It might be anything to do with media content creation as well. And it goes smoothly and good. So that's one of the blessings, one of the many blessings Venus will do. As I said, also relationships can be big, meeting someone important, falling in love for some of you, becoming more attractive, feeling calmer after Mars though. So first, the whole of June, Mars is moving also there. So you're more vibrant, excitable, and reactive in June, but after that you become calmer and calmer, and the Venus graces with you. So even if you overreact and get angry about something fast, Venus shortly after you'll smooth things over and kind of turn it around, you know. Then the next big event is that on the 12th of June, Pluto will dip back into your 6th house, where it's been there since 2008. Not a big event, nothing specific, but maybe till the end of the year, while Pluto is there, you have some job to finish, some project that you might have been working, because the 6th house is the house of work, of working behind the scenes, completing something maybe. Also, if there's some health issues that you haven't dealt with, some health habits or issues and daily routines, Pluto can help you, because it gives strong willpower for one last time to revisit those, hopefully exterminate them, and so on. For some of you, it can mean also coming back to an old job or an old unfinished project, or maybe some job that you are considering. It might come back to you, but something's shifting there when it comes to your work, because of this shift is happening in your 6th house of work, of service, of employees, of pets. Maybe some changes with pets, maybe some changes with employees as well, maybe some changes behind the scenes in your work environment or with your daily routines as well. And then at the end of the year, Pluto will leave. So the next year actually will leave the 6th house and will firmly enter your 7th house too, where it's another. But kind of like, you see, Pluto's not going to be expecting you. So the big transformations and changes of Pluto weaken a little bit, because when it goes into Aquarius, the early born Leos already are seeing huge transformations. Everyone born very early in Leo, their life is turning around. Huge things like pregnancies, like relocations, like marriages, divorces. Pluto brings really big psychological changes, but it leaves the opposite sign, so it kind of leaves the drama behind you a little bit. It leaves behind not just the drama, but it kind of calm a period for a little bit. And as I said, Jupiter is helping you a lot, Venus is helping you a lot. I think it will be very, very good summer for most Leos. Of course, Mars can stress you a little bit while it's in your sign, but also give you impetus to act and get things moving and achieve things. Then on the 18th, Saturn becomes retrograde in your 8th house. The first time in 30 years, Saturn will be retrograde in your 8th house, guys, for the first time out of 3 for the next 3 years. So that can indicate some something, because when Saturn goes retrograde, problems usually can start appearing, or the problems that you'll be working on and the issues over the next couple of years. So you can get first inklings with the Saturn retrograde. What is it about? And usually the situation intensifies and slows down, and kind of like you get stuck in it. And that's it might be connected to insurances, inheritances of some sorts. It can be connected to money coming to you from another spouse or government or whatever, that you have to put extra effort into as well. It can be connected to having to secure some loan, and maybe things get delayed, or when Saturn is retrograde, you have to try extra hard and it goes slower than normal. Or you might be working on certain taxes that get a bit, 8th house is taxes as well. All the kind of things with death, taxes, insurances, kind of loans. So you might be working on some taxes as well that get a little bit heavier, that you have to put efforts into, 3 times more efforts. Or it might be connected to partners' finances, that you have to be more deliberate with your spending together as a business, if you have a business partner, or you're spending together as a family, if you have a family, if you have any mutual resources that you combine with another. But even if it's just your own resources, these are your investments as well. Or also it directly affects Saturn from the 8th house, your 2nd house. So this is a time when you should not be, for the next 3-4 months, too experimental when it comes to finances. Actually, you have to kind of downsize if possible, simplify, and really understand better how your finances are going, your mutual or individual finances. And with the 8th house and Saturn likes to have a plan. Saturn likes to downsize, likes to simplify, likes to streamline. So like right where all your expenses go, whatever. Or for some people, it can mean you're saving for something. So you really have to tighten the belt now. And 8th house is not only such financial matters, it's also psychological matters. Saturn going retrograde can start digging deep into buried feelings, into feelings from the past that created distrust in you, that created breach of trust, that created some post-traumatic or distressed or traumatic events that can be stirred up, going back, digging there. So that's good time also for deep psychological healing of sorts, that this 8th house Pluto retrograde start doing. But sometimes you can feel, because the process is so slow, that you're so stuck in those old feelings and emotions, that you're stuck in the trauma. Just remember that it might take 2-3 years till Saturn is fully out of your 8th house to fully work through those issues, and then you'll feel light as a feather. But the feeling can start be heavier when Saturn is in the 8th house, psychologically working on those emotional, psychological things. It can be good time to dig deep in anything to do with 8th house, like deep research, deep investigation, or study of the occult, study of secrets, life after death, such kind of more morbid topics or psychological topic where you do self-investigation, self-looking within, because a retrograde planet is more introspective. Saturn likes to work deep, hard into the 8th house of inner motivations, what motivates you, your psychological reasons behind your actions, psychological reasons behind many things. So many people can go into astrology, psychology, digging deep, learning about those things. It's a great remedy for while Saturn is in the 8th house. Or processing, some people during that time start processing feelings of grief and pain of some sort. It's not an easy process. It's kind of like some astral battle somehow that happens within, with the desire nature, with your shadow side, but you're slowing down the energy there, so you can see it more clearly over the next 2-3 years. And especially when Saturn goes retrograde, you start getting more and more insights there. Okay, then the other big thing is that, well, normal thing, there is a new moon new moon in your 11th house on the 18th, again the same day Saturn goes retrograde. Okay, that's very social. So for the next couple of, I would say even before that, maybe let's say from the 15th onwards till the end of the month, the time becomes much more social for many of you. You might be involved more in some kind of events with other people, meet new friends, renew friendships and relationships, renew memberships of groups and organizations, interest in maybe interest in some kind of people, connect with people with like-minded interests to you. So this 11th house, new moon, even though it's squared by Neptune here in the 8th house, promises to be more social, more optimistic, also focused on long-term goals. So, but there is something there that might be a little bit uncertain because of the Neptune direct square. So if you meet new people or create new contacts, because it's a social house after all, with this new moon, be careful, because there might be something you're not fully aware of, or they might be promising things that, or saying things that are not fully true, or that are too good to be true. I don't think people will on purpose be trying to mislead you, but there is an element there to be careful. What you're being told, the people that you communicate with, because the 11th house is again very social, the groups that you're joining, or the new goals or in ways of making income, because the 11th house is also about income. So the new moon can create a new source of income, or a new idea for a source of income, or for some business venture. I'm not saying it's going to be bad, just you, because Neptune will square, there might be certain things, and from the 8th house, certain things about this new goal or income that you're not fully clear about, that you're maybe you haven't read the small print about, or maybe you don't know everything about. That will become clear later. And another thing, you might also, something can come out in regards to some of your friends or people in your social circle, some secret that can appear around this new moon, some secret or some information that was missing in some way. Okay, so this is for you, Leo. No matter what the other influences are, remember the most powerful will be Venus in your sign for the next 4 months. Really take advantage of it, and it's going to be good for your career, for your communications. It's going to be good also for love, all these other things, protection, healing, and Jupiter in your 10th house. Definitely higher power on the top of your horoscope, helping you achieve and make the next steps towards big goals in your life. Thank you so much.